Right. I've just been to the trackie cut. What do you mean your bike needs a clean, Rudgey? Well, of course it does. I'm going out filming in mud and water and stuff. Oh, dear me. She's a dirty girl. Yeah, it's the stuff dreams are made of. The Hobbit doesn't get it at all. Imagine being a little boy and these things rock up. I mean, I was brought up on a building site. My sister won't remember because she was probably about 1 year old when we moved to where my mum used to live. But yeah, the estate that we lived on was a building site. We had one of the first houses that was finished, and there was thousands of them. So I grew up with JCBs. I was obsessed with the things. And these here, I mean, we won't talk about the lorry. You know, Scanias are probably a rare thing in a tipper on the island. Although, if Chicken Boy's watching, there are a lot of V8s come from the mainland along the top road. Some of them have got open pipes. You can't beat the sound of a Scania V8 when it's pulling 38 ton. Oh, yeah. Suits you, sir. With my little channel and spread the word wider. Start again. Cut. It's Friday. Welcome back to Rudgey, aka the Doctor. If you just joined us, do me a favour, will you? Hit the like, the share, and the subscribe. Sit back and enjoy the ride. And welcome to my little channel. For those of you who are regulars here, welcome back. And if you visited the Coffee and PayPal page this week, thank you ever so much for that. It's a massive, massive help to me at the moment. And yeah, I'm truly humbled by that. As I've said before, when I started this channel, I didn't think anybody would ever watch. So for you guys to be that committed and go on my Coffee page and help support the channel, massive thanks to you, massive thanks. It's a big, big help. So last week, we videoed the damage that was done by the recent storm. Yeah, I was asked a few questions. I had a few emails which I answered. And somebody in the comments said, what's the rest of the island like? Well, as you saw by the damage that was done, it was pretty impossible to get out and about for a few days, really. We were advised not to travel for at least 12 hours while the storms were on, because the roads were like rivers, literally like flooded rivers, which is why there was so much debris. As you'll see in a minute, the end of Lordas Beach by the Lithero is probably about 8 foot deep in mud and gravel and rubble that's come off the mountain, which is one of the problems living here, really. We're at the bottom of a mountain wherever we are on this island. So if we get huge storms, tropical storms, then the mud will end up coming down from the mountain and into the villages. Anyway, moving right along. Hi, today I'm visiting, as you can see, if you know the island, the beautiful resort of Katelios, because I thought, well, you know, we'll go and have a look and see what's gone on. I know that the storm was fairly localized to Peratata. That got flooded, as you saw last week. My village, Karavados. I went down St Thomas, that was okay, but of course it just runs down the road and off into the sea there, so there was no problem there, really. Lordas got away with it. Trapezaki was hit the worst, I think. And as I've seen, as I've driven along here, yeah, all right, there's bits of the road where there was mudslides and they've dug it out on the main road, but nothing major. And looking at Katelios, you wouldn't know anything had ever happened. I think they must have dodged the bullet down there. I certainly haven't read anything about it. I did read that Scala, the main road between Scala and Poros, there was a landslide on the coastal road, and a big rock has ended up in the middle of it. So they've closed that temporarily while they remove the rock. But yeah, as far as I know, it was a localized storm. We get a lot of that happening. It can be absolutely hammering it down in Karavardas, and you go to Argostoli and it's sunshine. You can come here, like as you saw on a few of the videos a few weeks ago, it was pouring down here, and yet when I set out from Karavardas, the sun was out. It's just, we're on it. We live on a mountain basically, and of course we've got Zakynthos over there, another mountain, and Ithaca, another mountain. So we end up with a mini climate. It's very hard to judge what the weather's going to do. So there you go. Anyway, we'll have a little look around Katelios in this week's video. I'm going to show you how work's progressing at Karavardas, and of course we'll touch on what's going on in Argostoli, because that's a bone of contention with some people who live here. And there's a little bit about the cost of living, because people keep giving me a hard time about that. So let's get on with the video, shall we? Let's crack on. Well, here's your update on the works in Argostoli. As you can see, they've tore all the pavement up and they're concreting it to put a base down right up as far as my friend's baker's shop, and I presume they're going to slab it. And then the curb is, this will be the taxi rank, so it'll be further in, although they've pinched a little bit of it. And then of course the curbs will go out to where that edge is all the way along. You can see where they've dug it out further up there, where they're going to lay the curbstones in. So yeah, it'll be single file traffic only through here, which is going to cause some chaos. Now over there, still not really finished, is it? All the buildings are now empty because they evicted everybody. For those of you who know the island, that's where the fruit and veg place used to be. He's had to move up the road. Patsaurus, I haven't really heard what's happened to him. I did hear that the family, of a friend of mine, the family have another place anyway, but I don't know. The only place that is finished and open again is where the little Chinese shop used to be over there. And that's now a gyros store, where you can buy chickens and sit down and have a gyros, and it's quite good actually. Me and the Hobbit tried it out. Was all this necessary? Leave in the comments what you think. I mean, it's going to look quite posh when it's finished. I don't know what they're going to do about that, and that could take ages, couldn't it? I don't know. I know a lot of people don't like change. Yeah, I don't know. I've been told that all the canopies along here, there aren't so many that way, but this way there's lots of coffee shops. The bakeries and stuff have all got little canopies and stuff. They've all got to go. So I don't know where you're supposed to sit when you have something to eat and drink. And of course, with summer fast approaching and the new season, and Patsaurus now gone and that bar on the corner gone, well, you're limited options now. There's only places up there or in the town really, and people like to sit here, don't they? I don't know. Like I say, leave your comments. It all helps my my algorithms anyway, and I do read the comments. May not answer them all. As I said before, I'm quite busy now with emails and stuff, so I do look at them all. Sometimes I comment, sometimes I don't. Anyway, there you go. Just in case you forgot where you are, they've put a little star with the island on. Presumably a compass star. I'd like to know whether that's the right way around. I did comment on this when they started as to what they were going to do about the fuel station. They've obviously let him stay open and just tiled over the top of his driveway. Still not really finished up this end. I don't know what they're doing there. know the municipality had some problems with because they own all these buildings, so they could get rid of people out of there and do what they wanted with those. But up this end, I think these buildings here are privately owned, so they've had to work around them. But yeah, all these canopies here, I've been told, have got to go, and they've started doing the road, the pavement further up as well. I'll show you that in a minute. So yeah, as you can see, that used to be a garage there, and that's gone. I would imagine it didn't fit the plan. Unless they're going to do what they did down the road and work around it, and it will be back open when they're finished, I don't know. But yeah, as you can see, we're losing that much space. There's the, you can see where they put the curbstones, where that white van is up there. Let's have a little look up there. I don't know, I believe that this is where they moved the fruit and veg market to. Let me know what you think of that. I don't think that's as picturesque as it used to be. They put a little parking bay here, presumably so that the fruit and veg place can load up. And there you go, there goes the footpath. I don't know what to think of it. Like I say, let us know in your comments. It is going to look very smart when it's finished, I guess. But I just worry about the width of the road and the plans for that. But yeah, it will look very smart. I just think they missed a trick by moving the places like Patsaurus and the fruit and veg. But you know. Okay, well, on a completely different topic, I've just been to the traffic office. Now, as you know, if you watch me regularly, this is my ride, Nikki, the Black Pearl. She's a 2003, as I've said before, Z1000 Gen 1 ZX10 engine. Extremely quick, very powerful, and ideal for going up and down the mountains. She's got lots of torque, and of course, I'm two up a lot of the time now I'm with the Hobbit, so you need something that will pull two people. She's ideal for that. However, as some of you know, I used to build custom motorcycles, and in 2000 I registered the last Rudgey special ever to be built. You might want to look up Rudgey motorcycles actually. Anyway, I built the last one, engine, the lot. I did buy a frame because building one and one came up cheap, so I modified a frame to suit my needs. It looks like a Harley, but it's not. I'll put a picture up so you can have a look. Anyway, I went to the insurance man to see how much it would cost to insure, and he told me that I might not be able to get a plate for it because it's a custom bike and not a registered manufacturer. So he advised me to the traffic office. So I've just been to the traffic office. The guy in there is ever so helpful. He speaks reasonably good English, and he told me to go back on Monday. He's going to check it out for me. He took a photocopy of the logbook, the UK logbook, asked me a few questions. So I've got to go back on Monday to see if they'll give me a plate. If they will, then I'm off to the Port Authority to find out how much it will cost to import and if I can afford it. And then I'll get a notification of the import. And then it's down to Nomad, who quoted me, I think, €600, £650 or something like that, to get it here. So it's going to be expensive, but I miss the bike. I could do with two because this one needs some maintenance now. I wouldn't be able to ride it in the summer. It'd be way too hot for it. It's air cooled, but you know, this time of year, and it's only 3 months of the year, I wouldn't be able to ride it. It would be good to have. Anyway, I thought I'd stop here because I like to, I used to live just down the road in Spilia, as you know if you watch me regular. That's Argostoli down there, the port of Argostoli. You can see the marina there. The Xuri is over the back, just around the corner. And that's the lagoon. And down there is the main road, right the way through past the castle, past my village, and off towards Poros, Scala, that way. The reason I live where I live, if you see those three humps, one's the castle, the other two, so the house in the middle, just to the right of that is my village. That's where I live. And the reason I like to live there is because down here, you can get pretty much anything you want. You've got A&B supermarkets, which is a main chain on the island, Christie Cross, Lidl's. You've got all the builders merchants along there. You've got garden centres, everything you'll need, really. Now, as I've said before, if you live out towards Foscado way, you're a little bit isolated. And of course, if you live up that end of the island, you're pretty isolated. Of course, the other thing you've got dealerships for cars and stuff like that. Some of them are down on the industrial estate down there by the police station. Some of them are spread out around here. And then over that way, you can see Zakynthos. And the airport is just around the corner there. Yeah, I used to love living in Spilia, but it didn't work out. We had a land dispute. So we all had to move, and I wouldn't swap what I've got now. I love it where I live. I love the village, I love my neighbours, and I particularly love the house. I've got a good landlady, and fantastic place to live, so I'm a happy bunny. So yeah, hopefully Nikki will be getting a stablemate, and my family will be complete then, won't it? We'll see. It'd be nice to have her back. I've done a lot of miles on that bike, got a lot of memories. Probably won't use it very much, but it's just the fact that it'll be here with me. So there's a little update for you on life here and what I'm up to. I mean, it's been 4 years since we got the biometric and stuff like that. You would have thought I'd have sorted it out by now, but of course I had a foot in both camps right up until very recently, so it wasn't worth my while doing it. So, sunshine and showers. I'm going home for a cup of tea because I've had 3 or 4 coffees now, so now I'm on to the tea. Right, just a little add-on. A few weeks ago, I did a bit of a cost of living, and somebody said, how much for milk? I can get it for so much in London. Well, to be honest, I think the milk had come from the local mini market, and of course you pay a premium because they're always open, come rain or shine, and holidays and whatever, and they're also local, so you don't have to travel. Lidl's, that 2 litre of fresh full fat milk is £1.85. Now these, I've said before, these 250 gram cheddar cheese, mature, which are really nice. Normally you'd pay about €6 in one of the mini markets or anywhere else really for a brand name one, and you get slightly less. Those are, let's have a look, I'm just looking at my list here, £2.89 each for those. Now, lemon cake, which is a particular favourite of mine. I like that with a cup of tea every so often because I have to economise, but it's £1.99 for a 300 gram cake. I have that with a cup of tea, it lasts for ages. Big bag of carrots there. Let's have a look. They were 94 pence. A big bag of frozen peas. Bear with me. 99 pence. Those were. Broccoli was 20 something pence. It's as big as my hand really. I don't need much because I'm on my own at the moment. The Hobbit's not here. Now, Mars bars, we discussed this the other week, didn't we? They're expensive. Where are those? Mars, those are $3.99. You do get 7 of them, and they are a particularly good size. I mean, I've noticed that the ones you buy in the shops are a lot smaller than that. So that's not a bad deal. I don't eat a lot of them. So there you go. That's your little update on the cost of living. I don't think that's too bad, really. And bearing in mind, you all go, oh, well, I can get it cheaper here. Well, a lot of you that watch me live in the north, and I used to live in Devon, on the River Dart. The cheapest place to shop would have been Lidl's or Aldi in Paignton. And of course, if you go to any of the other supermarkets, you know, they charge a premium, don't they, because of where we are. So I don't think that's too bad. Right, well, yes, I know. I'm back at Lourdes, but it has occurred to me that a few people might want to know what's happened around here, and I have had a few emails. Lourdes seems to have got away with it pretty well. There's still water running down the road, believe it or not, a week on. Well, over a week now, going into the second week. But the beach itself is fine. I don't know what damage has been done to people's properties. I haven't really heard anything of my friends. I know that Dionysus had to close because it was running past their place like a river, but I think they're all okay. I'm sure I'll find out. But this is a bit alarming. This looks like this is the first time I've seen this, so you're seeing it with me for the first time. It looks like they've had a bit of a mudslide, which doesn't surprise me because historically that was just a muddy hill, really, once upon a time. I've told you the story about the old boy that used to run the tavern. He had an old Fiat 127, and those brave enough, like myself, used to get him to give us a lift home because it was like being in a rally car. It was great fun. Other people used to walk from Lourdes, but I used to like it. It was good fun. I did try bringing my bike down here once and found it pretty impossible. I did do it and I went back up, but my ex-wife Kerry decided she'd walk. Anyway, this is unrecognisable now. This is where I used to come and swim. I don't know what they'll do here. You can see where it's filled that in. That's got to be, well, there's the level where that gate is there, because it goes up then, and then that road went up and round. So it's come down there like a river. Yeah, there's old gas bottles and all sorts. It's hard to know what was what. I think we're stood where the car park used to be. There we are, aren't we? I did a bit about driftwood in one of my videos, which I don't know whether that's gone out yet as I do this, and I put the driftwood on there. Yeah, I used to come down there for a swim. Dear oh dear. Yeah, I used to go in, there used to be all just rocks there. I used to sit in there and get changed, go for a swim. But the actual beach itself looks pretty undisturbed. In fact, it's given it a good clean by the looks of it further up there. Yeah, so let's go up the other end of Lourdes and have a look, and I can give you a report on that. I'm pretty certain I'll come and dig this out at some point, but I don't suppose it's a priority. It looks like they've had some machinery here already digging it out there, look, so that you can get to the little harbour they've got. Been in and out of there as well with the charter yacht dinghy, because we used to have a little contract with the people at the Litero, so we'd come and anchor up out there and then bring them in by dinghy for lunch here. Quite nice, really. I don't think it was cost effective, so the guy who ran the boat, and he did it a few times, and it was a 3-hour haul to get back to Argostoli from here, so you know, happy times though, happy times. I've enjoyed my sailing career. Yeah, I don't know what they'll do about that. Car park's under about 6 foot of rubble. It's a lot of rubble, isn't it, really, when you think about it? Anyway, let's go and have a look further up Lourdes, see what's going on. Right, let's why I'm going this way rather than turning around the other way is because I can ride the bike uphill, don't push it. Just in case you were wondering, for those of you who don't ride bikes, they've got no reverse, have they? Well, there are one or two that have, but this one hasn't. Right, so yeah, not a lot of damage down this end apart from that mudslide I showed you. Don't know about the Taverna. As I say, you're seeing this for the first time along with me. Because I haven't really had a chance to come down there. As you can see, it's all pretty good down there. The beach is nice and clean. All the allotments seem to have survived okay. Like I say, there's still water running down off the hill. See it here and there, especially on the hill down from Dionysus, bar 7. Little bits of debris here and there as some of the tavernas and buildings just off the beach, but it doesn't look too bad to me at all, really. I wonder how the places on the actual hill fared. You know, the ones that I don't agree with the building. I wonder how they fared. Back road there because it would have run down there. That doesn't look too bad. There's a lot of mud collected. There's still water running down there actually. So there you go. If you were wondering, if you were worried about Lourdes, don't be worried, it's fine. And Trapersaki, as I said, will soon be back to normal the way they're going. That'll be done in a week or two. So there you go. Right, well, here we are in Katelios at the far end. I'm going to have a little walk along the beach because I need some exercise, according to the Hobbit. High blood pressure. And we'll have a look, and I don't see any evidence of storm damage, although there would have been a lot of rain come down here, but they certainly have had the landslides we've had over Karavardas and Vlahata way, and of course Trapezaki. And the tragic thing that happened to Peratata. I haven't got much news on that yet. I still haven't had any contact from the village president, so maybe they haven't got a GoFundMe page. The water is still pretty deep, although that a lot of the houses are now back to normal. Hobbit Hall, well, that's an ongoing situation which I'll let the Hobbit tell you about. It looks like they did have some problem with the bridge here. Anyway, I can get across there. So let's go and have a walk along the beach. Nice little stepping stones there, walk across. That's good. If you've never been to Katelios or you're new to Kefalonian, this is a lovely little resort that in the 30 years that I've been coming and going from the island, it's never really changed very much. which is refreshing because some of the island has got a little bit commercial for my taste, but well, you know, that's progress, I suppose. But yeah, this place has never really changed. And of course, further around there, you've got Mundo Beach, which is just a long expanse of sand. So if you want somewhere quiet, I highly recommend that. As I've said before in previous videos, I don't know why, further up that end, it reminds me a little bit of Bourse when I was little. I think it's probably because of some sand dunes there. But anyway. See, now there's a good example of the fact that I don't think they were hit too hard here. The bridge is still there, so there is some debris floating around. We'll go down into the village itself in a minute, have a little look through there, a little wander around. Let's go over the bridge and I'll show you what this is like. Hobbit's had yet another catastrophe. She was due to come back Thursday, I think. Unfortunately, her flights got cancelled. I don't think it was Thursday actually, but anyway, she was due to come back and her flight's been cancelled due to an air traffic control strike. So it's looking like she won't be back now till Monday. She's a bit upset about it. I suppose she asked me why I was so calm about it. I suppose I just take these things on the chin now. I've had so many disasters over the years that, well, you know. But I do miss her, and I'm sure you guys do. I've had some nice comments about her actually, about when was she coming back and why wasn't she in some of the videos. Well, that's why she went back to the UK to sort out business and stuff. So yeah, this is further up from Katelios. I don't think I've filmed this before. I've walked up towards it, but never walked along it. In the summer, you can see it from the road up there, so I know what it looks like in the summer. I think there's an access road there. It's a very nice beach. Of course, at the moment, don't take a notice of this. This is just seaweed. We'll get a couple of storms with the wind in another direction, and that will go. As you saw, if you watch my videos regularly, you saw Lourdes got a lot of seaweed, and that's all gone there. So, and if it hasn't by the time you guys come, they usually get a tractor down there, get rid of it. But, yeah, it's a nice little beach to visit. Bring a sausage pie and a cup of coffee and sit there. Yeah. Another thing, and I know it's I'm just preempting this, preempting, that's a big word for a 5-year-old. Yeah, we were, because of the storms and the weather, and as I've said before, I do only have the bike. I've not been able to visit much of the island in the last few weeks, so it's all been based fairly local to where I am, or wherever the sun's shining. I did think about going over to Efemir because I like that ride, and I do go over there in the winter for a coffee. There's one taverna that stays open. It's shut between 3 and 6, I think it closes. You'll see it if you go through my videos. Me and Jimmy Wednesday went for a ride out over there. So yeah, I apologise for the fact that you're going to be seeing a lot of Lourdes and Trapezaki in the coming weeks. The other problem I've had is because of the storm and the fact that I thought it was important to video that's for all my videos out of sync. So, you know, there might be a few things repeated. And in fact, next week, I thought it would be nice to do a video about how Trapezaki did look. Well, I found a video that I haven't used from 2 years ago, comparing Trapezaki with one of the beaches over in Luxury. So I might well put that out next week, but we'll see. Anyway, I think you'll agree, great day to be alive. Yeah, so let's get back to the bike and let's have a look round Katelios. But as you can see, it's looking okay. I don't think there's been any major problems here. I may be corrected. Leave in the comments if you live here. If you live on the island and you have more information about what actually went on during the storm in another area, feel free to leave it in the comments. Let's go down and have a look around. I do need a gimbal, don't I, really, for this this camera phone. Yeah, if you the other thing is, if you live on the island and you know of somebody who's got a Lada Niva 4x4 or something similar, I was going to get myself a Suzuki Samurai, but one, they're quite expensive, and two, well, I've had a lot of friends with Samurais and Jiminy's that have fallen over, and where I'm going to be going, I don't need that in my life. Plus the fact the Lada's a bit bigger, we can get lots of bits and pieces on the roof or inside it for the Hobbit, so that would be useful. Yeah, my budget's around, well, up to £2,000 really. I haven't really got that money. I'm going to have to borrow it. But yeah, if you know somebody who's got something like that for sale, let me know. Email me or even put it in the comments, I suppose. Right, I'm going to go down and have a look down there now. Right, let's get you guys a view of what's going on in the actual village. I think there's one place that stays open. I came earlier in the year, there wasn't anything open, but I've been told that a coffee shop's open. So let's have a look. As I was saying, we've only got another month maybe of cold weather. It will still get a bit showery, we'll still have some rain, but nothing like what we've had, hopefully. Which is one of the reasons I moved here. You can pretty much rely on the seasons. We only really get a short winter, then we're back into summer, and then it'll get very, very hot. Talking of which, Robert found it was very hot here. So let's go and visit our roaming weather reporter somewhere in the north of England.
Glasgow Airport. Sunny, amazingly. 10 degrees. Motorcycle. There's supposed to be a plane taking off, but I don't know where it is. That one's off to Frankfurt.
Well, thank you, Robert, for that weather report. And here we are at the top end of Katelios village. Let's have a quick look round. Oh, here we are. like I say, if you know of any problems I had here during the storm, let me know. It certainly looks like something's gone on here. But it might just have been the sea. But yeah, these bits of rock and stuff. Sorry about the camera shake. I do try and edit that out in the editing suite. There's an anti-shake, but it doesn't quite cope with me walking. Well, but I don't remember it coming this far out, so it just goes to show you how much these beaches move around. I mean, I came here year before last, and it was very, very narrow there. In fact, you couldn't walk past the taverna without getting your feet wet. And this now comes out quite a way. Anyway, leave in the comments. I know there's a lot of people who love this part of the island and know it extremely well. So you'll be able to comment on the shape of the beach and if anything's moved around. But yeah, this is definitely sand. I'd have been in the water last year. I don't see anything open. A little bit of a disappointment. I was hoping to get a coffee. Never mind. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, I apologise if the coming weeks it all seems to be based over this side of the island, and as I've said, there is a reason for that. It's because I don't like getting cold and wet, and I've got to go across a mountain. So if it's sort of 6 degrees here, it's going to be below zero up there. In fact, we have had snow on the mountain several times in the last few weeks. So yeah, that's why. But don't worry, there'll be interesting content. You know what I'm like, guys. Always try and make it an interesting Friday for you. So there you go. There's your Katelios. No need to panic. It didn't get washed away. It's still here for when you come out. Book your tickets. I know Sarah and Ian Redmond. They love this place. Right, going to get back on the Black Pearl and head off somewhere else, I think. While the sun's out, I might as well do some filming. I've been looking for bits of driftwood while I've been out, but it's one of two little things I could make some signs with, that's about it. Right, well, I'm just going to do a little update. So they've opened the bridge. Looks like they're just going to leave it narrow as it always was, but at least it's open again, so you can get through to Lourdes now on the bottom road. Let's go and have a look at Trapersaki and see what that's like. Right, so as I said, we're a week in, or just slightly over a week now, and they've already put a temporary road back in so you can get to Trapersaki. I suppose that was to get the machinery there. I think they're going to have to dig that out to put the, oh, I don't know, put the gullyway back in there. Looks like they're doing something up there. May have a look at that later. So let's go and have a look and see what's going on in Trapersaki. And here we are back at Trapersaki. It's a couple of days since I last filmed down here to show you how work had progressed. So I got a bit of a soaking on the way back from Katelios. And I thought, well, I'm wet now, I might as well go and see what's happening down at Trapersaki. So here we are. So let's have a quick look round and then I'll finish the video, I think, because I need to go and have a cup of tea and a bit of cake. Right, so as you can see, they've still got the equipment here. I'm trying to walk so I don't bounce the camera around everywhere. I've noticed that it's difficult. I have got anti-shake on the editing suite, but it's difficult to get rid of the bounce when I'm walking. I tend to do that a lot. I apologise. It's not easy doing this YouTubing. As you can see, as I said before, the beach has now extended itself out there quite a way. We lost one of the trees, and they've been delivering these big rocks. Fortunately, they're in abundance on this island, so it looks like they're going to extend the sea wall. They've started filling this in around here. Made a little driveway for the lorry to come up and down. I have to say, it's easier to keep the camera still on the tripod, so that's what we're going to do. They had started digging that out when I came the other day. I think the idea is that the sea will probably take some of it. I don't know. Looks like most of the work's took up with moving these rocks around here. I suppose they could be using these rocks to fill in what's been washed away. I don't really know. We'll have to see, won't we? They've dug that out because that was that had been filled in by what had come down off the mountain. I have to say, it does make the beach quite a bit bigger. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the plan is with these rocks, but I'll keep you up to date with it all. It's going to have a wander over there. As you can see, not a lot's happened there. I think they're concentrating their efforts on getting this area sorted out. I wonder actually whether they'll put some sort of gullieway in through here. That'd make sense, wouldn't it? So that next time the water's directed straight out to sea. I don't know. From the looks of it, what happened there was that it came down and around here, and when it had filled that up, it went and filled that up as well. Heck of a lot of water when you stop and think about it. Things I do for this channel, I don't know. It's hard to remember what it actually looked like. Just to give you an idea of how much water and rubble and mud and stuff came down off the mountain or further up the hill. This road here runs between the taverna on the front there and comes out by the hotel, the new hotel. As you can see, there's a wall there. This is all rubble that's been washed through. Probably couple of foot higher than it should be, and I think they've levelled it out quite a bit, but it came down here like a raging river. I was told there's a riverbed to my left of where we're filming now that comes out onto a beach, I was told none of the locals hadn't seen that running since 1975, which gives you an idea of the last time this happened. As you can see, it got right up into the taverna. That's how high the water was and the power it got behind it. They've cleaned most of the taverna up now, I think. But I thought I'd just give you an idea of how bad it was for it to have got in there. Yes, and as you saw, ended up going out into the little harbour side there. As you can see, they've had to dig that out. Anyway, can we go home now? I'd like a cup of tea and a bit of cake. Yeah. What? Oh, I know my glasses have got rain on them. I've just ridden through a rainstorm. It's all right for you lot. You were in the van, weren't you? Camera crew, I'll tell you what. And where was the sound man yesterday? The sound was all over the place. I apologise for the sound. Still getting used to the equipment that I was given. But yeah, works fine otherwise, doesn't it? I'm going home. Pull my trousers up. Where's makeup in your neither? I mean, not for pulling my trousers up, I can do that myself. Yeah. I mean, you know, I need a wardrobe now, I'm soaking wet. I'm sure that a few other YouTubers don't have this problem. Okay, ready? Take 3. Well, that was this week's video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it's answered some of your questions. If you haven't already, hit the like, hit the share, and hit the subscribe, as that will help me enormously, and sit back and enjoy the ride. And if you visited the Coffee and PayPal page this week, thank you ever so much for that. As I said at the beginning of the video, it's a massive, massive help to me, all that sort of thing. And as far as the island's concerned, from what I can see, it was very localised, this storm. Just one of those things that happens from time to time, I suppose. The islanders are extremely resilient, as you'll see in some of the comments from last week's video. People who've been coming here years will tell you, you won't know anything's ever happened when you come out. So book your tickets. It's still a beautiful island and will remain to be so for many years to come, I reckon. So yeah, get your tickets booked, guys, and get yourself out here. I've been asked to review a few holiday lets in the Lordast area, actually. I'm a bit unsure as to whether to do that. I'm going to go and have a look, so watch this space. As I said, the videos are a bit local to where I live. I apologise for that, but as you can see, the weather's pretty inclement at the minute, and I do only have the bike, so I try and stay local because I'm getting soaking wet and freezing cold. You know, when I get a car next year, we'll be able to venture out more often in the winter. So yeah, some of the videos are going to be a bit of a repeat of what we've already done with a few twists, but stick with it because I always try and put something interesting in for you guys. Anyway, it's a great day to be alive. Still a great place to be. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks you ever so much for watching, and thanks ever so much for your support. It means the world to me. Catch you guys next week. See them clouds up there? That's exactly why we're not going over to Earthamere today. I'm not going to get a soaking. Still a great day to be alive. And look, there's lorries and diggers involved. You can't go wrong really, can you? What a fantastic place.